So let's look at this hand post position. I'm going to grab this sleeve as much as I can. Of course, there's some rules regarding pistol grip, not allowed. This grip, okay. Generally speaking, this grip is sort of the universal giveaway for the Sode Komigoshi. Like, hey, guess what? I'm probably going to go for Sode here. Right? So you have to be very slick in being able to do the different attacks to take this hand off. So, a couple different methodologies here. First thing I want to do, I can't just go straight into it. I mean, you can if you have enough strength. I could physically take this hand and force this hand across and then bend it and then go Sode. I could definitely do this. Not recommended, right? Because your opponent's wrist is compromised and you may not be strong enough. There's a lot of things that can potentially happen that's not going to be able to allow you to go into this technique. So, a couple things first. I want to pull this hand to the outside, right? If he's holding on. So I'm bending, putting a bend in his wrist, okay? I'm putting a bend in his wrist, so now the hand is a little bit weaker, and then I elevate this hand, rotate, and then drive this hand underneath here. See, notice the bend here, and then I'm throwing my arms across, and then I'm trying to connect my shoulder into my opponent's armpit here, okay? Now I'm in a pretty tight Sode Tsurikomi position. The video is not about Sode, so I don't want to get too focused on finishing the Sode or going into the Sode, the intricacies. The goal is to defend yourself against a stiff-arming opponent, so I don't want to get too into it. But that's method number one in this Sode situation here. He has double lapel here, right? I'm going to pull his arm to the side and then go underneath and then go Sode. Okay, if I could break his wrist and bend it to the outside, it's going to be a lot easier to take the hand off, right? Of course, going straight across is difficult. Going to the outside and going across still is tricky. And the third methodology from here is I'm going to go over, right, where I fold the sleeve over the wrist, and I'm going to physically push this hand down here, all right? That's another methodology. And then once he comes to return this hand to the lapel, I could parry it over my shoulder and then enter into Sode here, right? Take him up and then over. Each one of these methods to take that hand off for that Sode independently is very weak, right? If I only try to take this hand down, it's not going to be very effective, right? If I only try to take it, I go down, side, up, across, pull, down, right? Now you're kind of getting somewhere because you're moving and going from one technique to another, and every time you go for it, he's reacting, right? He's pulsing on the shoulder. It's very, very difficult, right? To just do one. So I'm going from one technique to another, trying to get this hand off, right? And then so one of these guys might work. Sometimes I pull, and then I go across really quick, boom, and now I'm in Sode position, okay? Similarly, if he has this other hand, if I have this double grip position, I could go to the other direction as well, right? I could pull the sleeve to the side. I like having traditional grip and then Sode giveaway grip. So they never, ever expect me to go to my left, okay? And similarly, if he has double pulsing on the stiff arm, it's going to be very difficult for me to turn to my right side as well because of the shoulder post, right? So he's not really expecting it. And I bring my knuckles underneath and try to bring this elbow underneath my opponent, and then I go across, right? That's an option that I like to do here. And similarly, I could bring the elbow to the outside to create this bend in this wrist, and then it's a lot easier for me to go across, right? I could pull up this way, cut the sleeve, out, Sode, right? Down. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in great position, right? He was stiff-arming me 2 seconds ago. Now I'm attacking Sode, and now I've addressed those issues while being proactively trying to throw my opponent, showing my opponent that I have a Sode, and now, we're here, right? In a much better place.